A man accused of running from police during an attempted traffic stop in a reported stolen vehicle is under arrest. Omaha Police say they tried to make a traffic stop on Old Mill Road Tuesday after they noticed that the truck had fake plates. Police eventually tracked the vehicle to West Dodge Road. The driver is identified as Zachary Boles, and he was taken into custody after a short pursuit. Boles told police that he bought the truck from a man who's allegedly known as a car thief. Boles wanted to use it for parts for his own truck. Police say the truck he was driving was reported stolen out of Iowa. Boles is now facing theft charges.